Hey guys, this is the video for volume of rectangular prisms and volume of pyramids. I'm going to work a couple of these out with you before you have to complete the rest on your own. So, remember when we're finding volume, our volume formula is always going to be big B times H. What changes is what your big B is, because your big B represents the area of your base, okay? So the area of your base is your big B, and we're multiplying that by its height. So for this page, I would just make your base all of the bottom. So this is going to be base, this is going to be base, this is going to be base. Okay, so all these bottom ones are what are going to be your bases. And shading them in, I find, helps a lot. It helps you keep them situated in your mind as to what you're actually doing. Alright, so you're going to need an extra sheet of paper because there's no way you're going to be able to fit all this on here. Most of you won't be able to fit your work on here. So what you're going to do is we're going to solve it out. Okay, so our big B is going to be length times width, and then we're going to multiply that. In this case, it's 15 times 12, and we're going to multiply that by our height. So what actually works out nicely on rectangular prisms is that you're just multiplying all three numbers together, because this is actually length times width times height. So it's 15 times 12 times 13. So remember, we want our formulas to be nice and neat. We don't want it all mixed up and all messed up. So then come over here off to the side. Okay, we've got 15 times 12. So 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 2 is 3. Bring down my 0. 1 times 5 is 5, and 1 times 1 is 1. So this is going to be 0, 8, 1. So this is 180. Then we do 180 times 13. So again, over off to the side. We don't want scribble scrabble all over. We want our formulas nice and neat. So we've got 180 times 13. So that's 0, 24, and 5. Bring down my 0 again. We got another 0, and 8, and 1. So 0, 4, 13, and 2. So our final answer is going to be 2,340. And our units are centimeters, and volume is always cubed. So your final answer should be 2,340 cubic centimeters. Nice of them to write it in for you. So that was number 1. I'm going to work number 2 with you. So number 2 says, again, we're a rectangular prism, finding volume, so it's big B times H. So this time, our base is 20 by 18. So we have 20 times 18 times 10. Well, I'm going to go a little out of order this time because I know that I can do 20 times 10, and that's going to be 200, because 2 times 1 is 2, and I've got 2 zeros. So I'm going to do 200 times 18 because that makes my life easier. So then, well, 18 times 2 is going to be 36, and I've got 2 zeros. So that was an easy one. It's going to be millimeters cubed. So your final answer, 3,600 cubic millimeters. Now, I'm going to do one more with you, and that's it. I'm going to do number 3. So we're doing the same thing. We have big B times H. How do I find big B? Well, I do length times width. So in this case, I'm going to be doing 11 times 8 times 11. Well, I know my math facts. I know 11 times 8 is going to be 88. Now, what I don't know is 88 times 11. I probably should. So 88 times 11. 1 times 8 is 8. 1 times 8 is 8. Bring down my 0. 1 times 8 is 8. 1 times 8 is 8. So we have 8, 16, and 9. So our final answer is 968, and our units are centimeters. So we have cubic centimeters, 968. So I'm going to leave the rest for you to do, but what I want you to notice is how neat is my paper. Any work that I need to do is off to the sides. Any extra multiplication or anything like that is going to be off to the side, but my formulas are all together. I can go and look up any single problem on this page, and I know immediately where to look because everything is evenly spaced. It's all nice and neat, line by line, all the way down. Please learn to do this now. I'm trying to get you to do this. The reason I do it the same way over and over again is because this is the way you need to do it, so that if you have an error, we can go back and find your error. If we messed up right here, we can go look, oh wait, 15 times 12 is not 170, it's 180. Okay, we can fix your errors if I can see them. But if you have scribble scrabble work all over your paper, I have no idea what your stuff is supposed to be. So you need to make sure you're keeping your stuff nice, neat, and organized. If you need space to do scratch work, do it on the sides where it's out of the way and it doesn't interfere. Okay? Nice and neat and pretty. Alright. So this assignment is going to be over pyramids. We haven't done a lot with pyramids so far in our DIY, but all of your pyramids here are going to actually be squares. All of these are going to be square pyramids. None of these are going to be rectangular. Alright, so what we are going to do is we're actually going to be able to cross some of these out. Because in 7th grade, we do not work with slant height, because we don't do what is called Pythagorean theorem. So all of the ones that give you the L, okay, the L equals, this little symbol right here, you're going to be able to cross out. So this one, done, don't need it. This one, done, don't need it. This one, done, don't need it. Okay, so you can cross those 3 out because those are not things that we work with, so you won't deal with that until next year. Next year, you will be able to work with it. Alright, so I'm going to work like 2 with you this time because we were able to cross out so many, and I want you guys to be able to practice this stuff on your own. So, on your paper, we have a volume formula. This time it is 1/3 big B times H. This is the one that's actually on your formula chart. So all pyramids, whether they're square pyramids or rectangular pyramids, same thing, or triangular pyramids for that matter, is going to be V equals 1/3 big B times H. So when we plug in our numbers, how do we find the area of a square? Well, we do side squared. So it's actually 1/3 of your side squared times your height. That makes it look uglier. The big B is nice and neat, but remember the area of a square is side times side, which is side squared. So when we plug in our numbers, we have 1/3 of, this one says it's 8, so we're going to do 8 times 8 times our height is going to be 12. Now, what I said earlier in one of the other videos is that for some of you it may be easier to do 8 times 8 times 12 and then divide it by 3. That is perfectly acceptable. There's nothing wrong with that. Save the fraction till the end. So we have 1/3 of 8 times 8 is 64. So then we do 64 times 12. Well, I don't know that one, so I'm going to come over here. 64 times 12. 4 times 2 is 8. 2 times 6 is 12. Bring down my 0. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 6 is 6. So we've got 8, 6, and 7. So now we need 1/3 of 768. Well, instead of making these both fractions, if we're looking for 1/3, can't I just divide it by 3? So I can go 768 divided by 3. Okay, 3 goes into 7 2 times, which is 6. 3 goes into 16 5 times, which is 15. And then 3 goes into 18 6 times, which is 18. So your final answer is going to be 256. Our units is centimeters, so it's cubic centimeters. Remember, volume is always cubed. Like area is always squared, volume is always cubed. So, some of you may have noticed, oh, but wait, I can divide 12 by 3. That's divisible by 3. That could work, and you could do that. You could do 8 times 8 times 4, and that would still give you the exact same answer. So, let's see if we can do that on the next one. Let's look at 1B. So this was 1A. Let's do 1B. I forgot to number my paper. So again, volume equals 1/3 of big B times H. So let's plug it in. 1/3 of our side squared times height. So now let's put in our numbers. Our sides are going to be 15 for our squares, and our height is going to be 11. So I know that I can find 1/3 of 15 evenly because 3 goes into 15 evenly. So how many times does 3 go into 15? It goes in 5 times. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this fraction right here off the top. So then it makes it 5. This makes these two cancel. Okay, those cancel. Times 15 times 11. It doesn't make it that much easier, but it's that much less work that I have to do. And now I don't have to go through and divide. So if you can find some that are where you know one of the numbers is divisible by 3, go ahead and get rid of that fraction while you can. So now, let's see. I don't know 5 times 15 off the top of my head without counting, but I do know 5 times 11 is 55. So now I can do 55 times 15. I do over here off to the side. 55 times 15. So 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 5 is 25, plus 2 is 27. Bring down my 0. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 5 is 5. So we have 5, 12, and 8. Our final answer is going to be 825 cubic feet. So 825. Now, I'm not going to do 1C with you, but I will help you set it up. So this way you guys can get some practice on your own. So, always write our formula first. 1/3 big B times H. So again, 1/3 of our side squared, side times H. So we have 1/3 of 7.5 times 7.5 times 9. Ooh, look. We have a number that we know for sure is divisible by 3. So my first step here, guys, I'm not going to do it for you, but my first step here would be to cancel out those two. What is 1/3 of 9? It's 3. So then you have 3 times 7.5 times 7.5. Okay, so that's all I'm going to give you on this one. I want you guys to be able to practice this stuff on your own. You're the one who has to be able to do this. If you need any help, please let me know. Please make sure that you ask any questions or request a workshop over something if you don't understand it. That's pretty much what I'm here for. I'm here to help you if you need me. So, good luck, and please let me know if I can help you in any way. Whoops.